Previously, in the Frontier Archives, the Guardian Path led Zandor deeper into the ancient world of the Builders, where every step revealed that becoming a Guardian was never a reward for strength. Within the Hall of Guardians, he witnessed the memories of those who had carried the responsibility before him, Guardians who had protected life, preserved knowledge, and continued forward even when certainty had failed them. Their legacy was not one of conquest or rule. It was a promise that power existed to protect the future and that a Guardian must preserve the right of others to choose that future for themselves. Standing among the echoes of those who came before him, Zandor accepted the first promise and took another step along a path the Builders had left unfinished. But the ancient records were not finished with him. Beyond the hall, another secret waited to be uncovered. The recovered record continues. Scene 29, the hidden observatory. To watch the stars is to measure distance. To watch civilizations is to measure hope. Frontier Archives, Observatory Records.
The Frontier Archives. Recovered audio log entry 18 Classification: declassified location. The hidden observatory. Beneath the Western Crystal Mountains. Planet Kheros event. Discovery of the Observatory of Civilizations. Status: verified historical record.
The passage beyond the chamber of the first promise narrowed once more. Unlike every Builder road before, this one curved gently upward. The stone beneath Zandor's boots became smoother with every step, not polished by machines, polished by generations of Guardians who had walked the same path before him. The silence felt different. No memories surrounded him. No harmonic chorus echoed through the mountain. The Builders had removed every distraction. Only observation remained. The corridor gradually brightened, not with crystal light, with something softer, a pale silver glow that seemed to arrive from somewhere impossibly far away.
Moonlight.
He looked upward. There was no visible ceiling, only darkness. Yet the gentle light continued falling around him, like distant starlight finding its way beneath the mountain. Another few steps, and the corridor opened completely. Zandor stopped without realizing it. Before him stretched the largest Builder chamber he had yet encountered, not because of towering walls, because there were no walls. The hidden observatory appeared suspended within an immense crystal cavern whose boundaries disappeared into darkness. Thousands of slender crystal columns rose from below like transparent trees. Between them, circular observation platforms floated silently in the air. Each platform overlooked a different region of the galaxy, not through windows, through living crystal. Entire star systems shimmered beneath the transparent floor. Nebulae drifted slowly beyond impossible distances. Young stars ignited. Ancient suns faded. The Builders had not recreated the galaxy. They had learned to observe it without disturbing it.
This isn't an observatory.
He slowly walked toward the nearest platform. The Guardian symbol beneath his armor pulsed once. Immediately, the crystal beneath his feet awakened. One section of the galaxy brightened, not because the system had changed, because the observatory had recognized its Guardian. The platform rotated silently. A distant spiral arm filled the chamber. Thousands of inhabited worlds shimmered among its stars, not marked by borders, not divided by empires. Each world simply existed, alive. The Builders had never observed territory. They observed civilizations.
They weren't watching planets.
The Guardian symbol completed the thought. They were watching people. The realization settled quietly within him. Everything the Builders had shown him since entering Kheros carried the same lesson. Power meant nothing without life. Technology meant nothing without wisdom. History meant nothing unless someone remembered why it mattered. Another platform awakened nearby. Unlike the first, this one displayed a single blue world orbiting an ordinary yellow star. The image remained distant, partially obscured by time, yet something about it felt strangely familiar.
Earth.
The observatory offered no answer, only silence. The image slowly brightened. Very gradually, continents began taking shape beneath swirling white clouds. Still distant, still incomplete, yet unmistakably human, the image remained suspended before him, small, distant, fragile. The blue world rotated slowly beneath drifting white clouds. No labels appeared, no builder text identified it. The observatory expected its guardian to recognize what mattered without being told.
It can't be.
The guardian symbol remained silent. For once, it offered no translation. Some discoveries belonged entirely to the one making them. The crystal platform slowly expanded. The distant world grew larger. Oceans reflected the light of its yellow star. Great continents emerged from beneath shifting clouds. Mountain ranges, deserts, forests. Everything seemed familiar, yet impossibly ancient. No cities scarred the landscape. No orbital stations circled the planet. No artificial lights shimmered across its night side. Humanity had not yet reached the stars. Perhaps it had barely begun reaching beyond the horizon.
Before,
The thought remained unfinished. The observatory completed nothing for him. It merely revealed. Another point of light appeared beside the world. A small, crystalline marker. Unlike every builder symbol he had encountered before, this one pulsed with gentle white light. Patiently, steadily. The marker descended toward the surface, not choosing a nation, not choosing a city. It settled within an isolated mountain range far from every visible settlement. The guardian symbol finally stirred, not with words, with one quiet understanding, the beginning. Zandor frowned.
the beginning of what?
No answer came. The crystal image slowly widened once more. Time itself seemed to accelerate. Clouds drifted, seasons passed, ice advanced, retreated. Forests expanded across entire continents. Rivers slowly carved valleys through ancient stone. Years became centuries, centuries became ages. The observatory watched patiently, never interfering, never judging, only remembering. At last, tiny lights appeared, not builder lights, campfires, scattered across valleys, beside rivers, along coastlines, small, almost insignificant, yet alive. The observatory focused upon one settlement. Families gathered beneath the evening sky. Children pointed upward toward unfamiliar stars. One elder quietly traced patterns across the heavens with a weathered hand. They were not building weapons. They were asking questions.
They were us.
Again, the guardian symbol remained silent. The builders had never answered questions whose discovery carried greater meaning than explanation. Another observation platform awakened nearby. Unlike the first, this one did not display Earth. It displayed dozens of different worlds, each one at nearly the same stage of development. Small settlements, early civilizations, first observatories, first questions. The realization came slowly. The builders had not watched humanity because humanity was unique. They watched every civilization at the moment it first looked beyond its own world. Not because reaching space mattered, because curiosity did.
You waited until we asked.
The platform answered with a gentle harmonic tone, the closest thing to agreement the builders had ever offered. Another platform brightened. Its stars appeared strangely familiar, yet not because of Earth, because one constellation had vanished. A single star, missing. The observatory had not marked where civilizations began. It had also recorded where they ended. Zandor looked across the endless chamber. Thousands of observation platforms surrounded him. Everyone preserved another beginning, another question, another choice, another history. For the first time, he truly understood the scale of what the builders had protected. Not one world, not one species, not one empire, hope itself. The nearest observation platform slowly dimmed. Earth faded back into the quiet tapestry of stars, not hidden, simply returned to the countless civilizations surrounding it. The observatory never placed one world above another, Every civilization occupied the same place among the stars. Each carried its own beginning, its own choices, its own future. A soft harmonic pulse traveled through the chamber. One observation platform after another awakened, not randomly, purposefully. Each selected a different civilization, each revealed a different moment. One world celebrated the discovery of mathematics. Another learned to sail its first great ocean. Another looked through the equivalent of a primitive telescope. Another watched a solar eclipse in silence. None of the memories recorded victory. None celebrated conquest. The builders remembered the moments civilizations first chose curiosity over fear.
They knew when everything could still change.
The guardian symbol answered with a quiet pulse. Recognition. Another platform brightened. Unlike the others, this civilization had already reached space. Small exploration vessels drifted between nearby planets. Their technology remained primitive compared to builder achievements, yet their people celebrated every discovery together. The observatory followed them patiently, year after year, generation after generation, not intervening, only watching. Then the image changed. The same civilization now surrounded itself with warships. Trade routes became military borders. Scientific observatories became weapons platforms. Fear quietly replaced wonder. The stars themselves did not change, only the people looking at them.
They stopped asking.
Again, the harmonic resonance acknowledged the thought. The builders had never feared powerful civilizations. They feared civilizations that believed they had already learned everything worth knowing. The platform slowly faded. No judgment followed, only remembrance. Another observation awakened. This one displayed no civilization at all, only an empty world beneath unfamiliar stars, mountains, rivers, forests, perfectly untouched. The guardian symbol translated another quiet fragment, waiting, not abandoned, not forgotten, waiting. The builders had understood something humanity rarely considered. Not every world needed to be discovered immediately. Some futures required patience.
So you protected them from everyone.
The observation platform shimmered gently, including the builders themselves. That realization struck him harder than any revelation yet. The builders possessed the ability to visit countless worlds, yet they deliberately chose not to. Knowledge had never given them permission, only responsibility. The entire observatory brightened. Thousands of worlds surrounded him once more, not as territories, not as possessions, as possibilities. The guardian symbol beneath his armor grew warm. A final fragment surfaced. Observe, protect, do not possess. 3 simple ideas, yet perhaps the foundation upon which an entire civilization had once been built. Far beyond the crystal chamber, beyond Kheros, beyond every world, the observatory quietly remembered the galaxy continued turning. Most civilizations never knew the builders had watched over them. That anonymity had never troubled the builders, because they had never protected the galaxy to be remembered. The final words lingered within the crystal chamber. Observe, protect, do not possess. The 3 principles did not resemble military doctrine, nor political philosophy. They resembled something far older, a promise made between one civilization and every civilization that would follow. Zandor slowly turned away from the observation platforms. Thousands of living histories continued surrounding him. Every world still moved, every civilization still chose. The observatory would continue watching long after every guardian returned to memory.
You trusted them.
The chamber answered with a single harmonic pulse. Not because every civilization deserved trust, because every civilization deserved the opportunity to earn it. The nearest platform awakened once more, not displaying a distant world, displaying Kheros, the present. The Ashari village slowly appeared beneath the crystal projection. Families rebuilding damaged homes, children gathering fallen crystal fragments, elders comforting those who had lost everything during the Dominion assault. No armies filled the image, no battles, only ordinary people choosing to begin again.
They're the future.
The guardian symbol pulsed warmly. Not because the Ashari were special, because every civilization had once begun exactly this way. Quietly, unknown, hopeful. The projection widened. The Dominion encampments appeared surrounding the valley. Defensive lines expanded. Orbital communication arrays continued transmitting toward the fleet above. General Vorak's occupation tightened. Yet the observatory displayed neither side as victor, only another moment in history still waiting to be decided. The builders had never recorded outcomes before they happened. They recorded possibilities. Slowly, every observation platform throughout the immense chamber dimmed, one after another. The galaxy disappeared. The stars faded. Only Kheros remained. Then even Kheros vanished. The observatory returned to silence. Its purpose had been fulfilled. The Guardian had seen enough. The next decisions would belong to him alone. The crystal floor beneath his feet slowly illuminated. A single pathway extended toward another distant chamber. Unlike every builder road before, this one no longer waited for permission. It simply continued. The mountain itself had accepted its guardian. The journey no longer required invitations, only commitment.
Then let's continue.
He stepped forward. Behind him, the hidden observatory slowly disappeared into darkness, not forgotten, waiting for another guardian who might one day ask the same questions. The Oblivion Spear drifted silently beyond the atmosphere. General Vorak remained alone within the observation chamber. The expanding harmonic field continued spreading through Dominion sensor displays. No tactical projection explained it. No military model predicted it.
They're awake.
Whether he spoke of the builders, the mountains, or humanity itself, even Vorak no longer knew. Far beneath the western mountains, one guardian continued walking toward a future that no archive had ever recorded. For the first time in builder history, the next chapter truly belonged to someone else. The frontier archives would later conclude that civilizations are not remembered because they conquer worlds. They are remembered because they choose what kind of future those worlds deserve. Scene 30, the silent warning. Not every warning arrives with fire. The oldest warnings arrive in silence, waiting for someone willing to understand them. Frontier Archives, Observatory Records. The hidden observatory disappeared behind him. Its countless stars slowly faded into darkness until only a single crystal pathway remained. For the first time since entering the builder world, there were no more voices, no harmonic memories, no preserved civilizations, only silence. Yet the silence itself felt deliberate, not empty, watching. The deeper Zandor walked beneath Kheros, the more the mountain seemed to wait for him to notice something it refused to explain. The guardian symbol beneath his armor no longer pulsed at regular intervals. Instead, it responded only when he reached moments of choice, as though it had stopped teaching and started trusting.
So this is where I walk alone.
No answer came. The builder guides had disappeared. The archives had fallen silent. Even the living mountain seemed content to let the guardian discover what lay ahead by himself. The corridor narrowed. The smooth crystal walls gradually darkened until they reflected almost no light at all. Blue veins of energy still flowed beneath the surface, but more slowly than before. Almost cautiously, ahead, the passage opened into another chamber. Unlike every builder room before, nothing inside had awakened. The floor remained dark. The crystal pillars stood dormant. No pathways illuminated. No memories appeared. The room had been waiting, but not for him.
What happened here?
The guardian symbol hesitated. For the first time, it did not immediately respond. Several long seconds passed, then a single faint pulse traveled through the chamber, not from the guardian symbol, from somewhere deep beneath the floor. The sound carried neither harmony nor music. It resembled something else, a heartbeat, slow, distant, ancient. The pulse repeated, then faded. The crystal surrounding the chamber briefly shimmered. Hairline fractures appeared beneath the surface, not recent damage, very old, carefully repaired. Every builder chamber until now had preserved life. This one preserved a scar. Slowly, one section of the wall illuminated, not brightly, just enough to reveal a single builder inscription. Unlike every message before, the symbols appeared incomplete. Some had been deliberately removed. Others had simply vanished with time. Only a few words remained readable.
If this chamber awakens, do not.
The remaining symbols had been destroyed.
Do not what?
No answer followed, only silence. For the first time beneath Kheros, the builders had not preserved the complete message. Whether by choice or by necessity, even history itself carried wounds. The broken inscription remained motionless upon the crystal wall. The missing symbols disturbed him more than the words that remained. The builders had preserved entire civilizations. Why had they allowed this message to disappear? Slowly, Zandor stepped closer. The damaged crystal reflected only fragments of the ancient script. Whole sections had been deliberately erased, not shattered, removed. Someone had wanted this warning to survive, but not completely.
You hit it.
The guardian symbol beneath his armor answered with the faintest pulse. Not agreement, recognition. The chamber itself remained silent. No builder guide appeared, no preserved memory awakened. This place had never been meant to teach. It had been meant to caution. The slow heartbeat beneath the floor returned, once, then again. Long pauses separated each pulse. The rhythm felt impossibly old, almost as though the mountain itself breathed beneath his feet. The crystal fractures surrounding the chamber glowed briefly. For an instant, the damaged walls became transparent. Beyond them, another chamber appeared, not illuminated, not preserved, destroyed. Collapsed builder pillars lay scattered across the floor. Crystalline bridges had fallen into darkness. Entire sections of the structure had melted into smooth, glass-like surfaces, not from age, from unimaginable heat.
This wasn't time.
No. This had happened suddenly, violently. The builders had never repaired it. They had chosen to remember it exactly as it had been left. Another heartbeat echoed through the mountain, slightly stronger. The damaged chamber vanished once more. Only the fractured wall remained. The guardian symbol translated a single fragment. Witness. Nothing more. No explanation. Only the instruction. The builders had never wanted the guardian to fear this place. They wanted him to remember it. The heartbeat faded. Silence returned. Yet something else had changed. The guardian symbol no longer felt warm. It felt heavy.
What happened here?
The question disappeared into the chamber. This time, the mountain answered. Far above the fractured inscription, a tiny section of crystal illuminated. Not enough to restore the missing warning, only enough to reveal one surviving builder symbol. Unlike every symbol translated before, this one carried no words, only emotion. Sorrow, not fear, not anger, grief. The builders had not hidden this chamber because they were ashamed. They had preserved it because forgetting it would have been far more dangerous. Another narrow passage slowly opened beyond the damaged wall. Unlike every builder road before, its blue light flickered, unstable, as though whatever lay beyond still carried the memory of the ancient catastrophe.
You still want me to go?
The guardian symbol answered with one steady pulse, not because the path was safe, because it was necessary. Far above, the morning sun continued rising over Kheros. Ashari children laughed among the crystal forests. Dominion patrols secured their occupied positions. General Vorak studied a world that no longer behaved according to any Dominion prediction. None of them knew that beneath the western mountains, one guardian had just discovered the first place the builders themselves had failed to heal. The unstable passage stretched into darkness. Unlike every corridor beneath Kheros, its crystal walls no longer shimmered with steady blue light. The illumination faltered, bright, dim, bright again, like an exhausted heartbeat struggling to continue. Zandor stepped forward. The fractured floor answered with a dull echo. For the first time, his footsteps sounded heavy. The mountain no longer welcomed him with gentle harmony. It remembered something here, something it had never forgotten. The guardian symbol beneath his armor remained silent, not because it had abandoned him, because even it possessed no comforting answer.
This place is different.
The corridor widened into a long gallery. Collapsed crystal arches lined both sides. Some had fallen completely, others remained suspended at impossible angles, held together only by thin strands of living crystal. Every fracture told the same story. Violence, sudden, overwhelming. Unlike the Hall of Guardians, no memories awakened. Unlike the archives, no voices remained. Only absence. The builders had preserved hope throughout the mountain. Here, they had preserved loss. Another heartbeat echoed beneath the floor. Closer, not louder, closer. The walls briefly became transparent once more. This time, the vision lasted longer. The chamber beyond was immense. Its ceiling had collapsed. Entire builder bridges lay shattered beneath mountains of crystal debris. Black scars stretched across the walls where blue light no longer flowed. The living network had once reached this place. Now, it ended here.
They couldn't save it.
The realization settled quietly inside him. The builders had never claimed perfection. Now he stood where they had accepted it. Far above the ruined chamber, one enormous crystal remained suspended, cracked almost completely through its center. Yet somehow, it had never fallen. The guardian symbol stirred. One fragment surfaced. Remember. Not because the builders had failed, because one day someone else might stand where they had once stood. The heartbeat stopped. For one impossible moment, the entire mountain became perfectly silent. Even the distant harmonic network disappeared. Then a sound, unlike anything Zandor had heard before, drifted through the ruined gallery. Not music, not resonance, not machinery. A whisper. So faint he could not tell whether it came from the mountain or from his own memory.
Who's there?
No answer. Only another whisper. Still impossible to understand. The guardian symbol brightened, not in alarm, recognition. Whatever remained within the ruined chamber had once been part of the builder world, yet it no longer belonged to memory. Ahead, the unstable passage ended before an enormous circular doorway. Unlike every builder doorway before, it stood partially open, not because someone had entered, because something had left. The edges of the doorway bore deep crystalline fractures extending outward through the surrounding mountain. Whatever had passed through here had never returned. Zandor slowly approached the opening. Beyond it, only darkness. Not ordinary darkness. The kind that seemed to absorb even the memory of light. For the first time since entering the builder world, the guardian hesitated. Not from fear, from respect. Somewhere beyond that doorway, the builders had encountered something so profound that even after thousands of years, the mountains still whispered about it. Zandor remained before the fractured doorway. The darkness beyond it did not resemble the absence of light. It resembled the absence of memory. Every builder chamber he had entered preserved something: knowledge, hope, sacrifice, choice. This place preserved none of them. The guardian symbol beneath his armor pulsed once, very softly, almost reluctantly. It no longer urged him forward. For the first time, it simply waited for his decision.
You've never brought anyone here before.
The mountain answered with silence. Not denial, not confirmation, silence. Slowly he stepped across the broken threshold. The moment his boot touched the chamber beyond, every light behind him dimmed. Not extinguished, distant, as though the builder world itself refused to cross this boundary. The air felt different, colder, still. Even the crystal carried no resonance. The mountain no longer sang here. Only darkness surrounded him, not complete darkness. Enough remained to reveal outlines, broken walls, collapsed pillars, fragments of crystal scattered across the floor. Yet every surface seemed to absorb the surrounding light instead of reflecting it. Another whisper drifted through the chamber. Closer now, still impossible to understand, not spoken in any language. more like the memory of a voice.
Show yourself.
Nothing moved. No builder projection appeared. No guardian memory awakened. Only the whisper continued. Then the guardian symbol suddenly became warm, not painfully, urgently. A narrow beam of pale blue light emerged from the symbol itself. It reached across the ruined chamber. Not randomly, it stopped upon one fractured section of wall. The crystal there slowly became transparent. Behind it, another memory waited. Unlike every builder memory before, this one had been deliberately sealed. Hairline fractures spread across the crystal surface. The seal resisted, not because it had failed, because someone had intended it to remain closed.
You locked this away.
The guardian symbol answered. One steady pulse, not hidden, protected. Slowly, the crystal accepted the guardian's presence. The fractures ceased spreading. The surface became perfectly clear. Within, a single builder stood alone. No city surrounded them, no stars, no civilization, only darkness. The figure wore no ceremonial robes, no symbols of authority, no guardian markings. Its crystalline body showed deep fractures across every arm and shoulder. One side of its face had shattered long ago, yet the builder remained standing. It looked directly toward whoever would one day discover this place, toward Zandor.
If this memory has awakened, then we were too late.
The chamber became perfectly silent. Even the distant whisper disappeared.
We believed we had enough time. We were wrong.
The builder lowered its head. For the first time, Zandor saw genuine exhaustion, not physical. The exhaustion of an entire civilization that had spent centuries trying to prevent something it no longer understood.
We sealed every road. We silenced every archive. We hid every promise, and still...
The builder stopped speaking. Its damaged face slowly lifted once more.
It remembered us.
No explanation followed. No name, no image, only those 4 words. The guardian symbol beneath Zandor's armor pulsed once, not translating, not clarifying, only acknowledging that some truths remained too dangerous to reveal all at once. The fractured memory continued watching him, waiting, as though another choice still remained before the warning could continue. The fractured builder remained motionless. Its damaged crystalline form flickered softly within the sealed memory. Unlike every recording Zandor had witnessed before, this one carried no sense of peace, only urgency.
If you stand before this memory, then the promise still lives.
The builder closed its eyes for a brief moment, not from weakness, from remembrance.
We believed the archives would be enough. We believed memory alone could protect the future. We believed understanding would always arrive before fear.
A long silence followed. The fractured crystal surrounding the recording shimmered faintly. Small pieces of the builder's image dissolved before slowly reforming. Even the memory itself had been damaged by whatever had happened here.
We misunderstood.
The chamber darkened. Not completely, only enough for another image to appear behind the elder. At first, Zandor believed he was looking into empty space. Then he noticed the stars. They were disappearing, not exploding, not burning, simply ceasing to exist. Entire constellations faded into darkness without violence, without light, without sound.
Impossible.
We searched for an enemy. There was none. We searched for a weapon. There was none. We searched for a civilization to negotiate with. There was none.
The elder slowly raised one fractured hand toward the vanishing stars.
It was absence.
No explanation followed. The builder deliberately stopped there. The guardian symbol beneath Zandor's armor remained completely silent. For perhaps the first time, even it refused to interpret what the builder had said.
When understanding disappears, civilizations disappear soon after.
The words echoed through the ruined chamber. Zandor slowly looked toward the broken walls surrounding him, the collapsed bridges, the silent crystals, the abandoned pathways. The builders had not been warning him about one battle or one empire. They had been warning every future guardian about something far more dangerous: forgetting.
If one civilization stands alone, another light is lost. If enough lights disappear, the darkness no longer needs to arrive.
The damaged recording faltered. Large sections of the builder's body dissolved into shimmering fragments. The memory was reaching its end.
Do not fear.
The image broke apart again.
The darkness fear.
Another long interruption. The builder struggled to complete the sentence preserved across thousands of years.
Becoming it.
The chamber fell completely silent. No heartbeat, no whisper, no harmonic resonance. Only one guardian standing before the final warning of a civilization that had already paid the price for misunderstanding its own greatest lesson. The fractured memory slowly looked toward Zandor one final time, not with fear, not with despair, with hope.
Remember us by becoming better than we were.
The recording dissolved into countless fragments of pale light. One by one, they disappeared into the surrounding crystal. The sealed chamber returned to silence. The warning had been delivered. The last fragments of the builder dissolved into silence. No farewell remained. No final command. Only empty crystal where one civilization had entrusted its greatest warning to the future. Zandor stood motionless. He had entered the hidden world searching for ancient technology. Instead, he had found humility. The builders had not failed because they lacked intelligence. They had failed because wisdom alone could not guarantee tomorrow. The fractured chamber slowly brightened once more. Not as it had been before. Its scars remained. The collapsed arches still rested where they had fallen. The shattered crystal bridges still reached toward nothing. The builders had chosen never to erase this place. Some wounds deserved remembrance, not repair.
I won't forget.
The guardian symbol beneath his armor answered, not with warmth, not with light, with certainty. The broken inscription upon the wall slowly changed. The missing builder symbols did not return. Instead, a new line appeared beneath the ancient warning, not written by the builders, written by the guardian. The crystal itself recorded his presence, not his name, not his achievements. Only one simple truth.
A guardian remembered.
The words glowed briefly, then became part of the crystal forever. The first new entry added to the builder archive in thousands of years. The realization settled quietly within him. The builders had never intended their story to end. They had intended others to continue it. A low harmonic resonance spread through the surrounding mountain. Far away, builder roads awakened. Guardian chambers answered. Observatories quietly resumed, watching the stars. Not because another builder had returned, because another guardian had accepted responsibility. Morning sunlight reached deeper into the valley. The Ashari village slowly came alive. Children carried water from crystal streams. Families rebuilt homes damaged during the Dominion assault. The sounds of ordinary life returned, small, fragile, beautiful. Elder Karam stood alone overlooking the valley. The wind carried the faint harmonic song of the living mountain. He closed his eyes, listening.
The builders are quiet.
Luma smiled gently.
They're listening now.
The singing crystal floated peacefully above her hands. Its light no longer searched for the guardian. It remained perfectly calm. The mountain knew where he was. General Vorak remained alone before the observation display. The harmonic field surrounding Kheros continued expanding through Dominion sensors. Slowly, steadily, without aggression, without warning, without explanation.
General,
Continue observation.
no interception.
No.
Commander Rexus looked toward the general with visible uncertainty.
You believe it is harmless.
Vorak never removed his gaze from the planet.
I believe it is older than war.
No further explanation followed. Even the Dominion commander understood that some discoveries demanded patience rather than conquest. The fractured chamber slowly sealed itself once more, not hiding the warning, protecting it. The next guardian would one day stand where Zandor had stood. The crystal would remember. The mountain would remember. The promise would remember. Zandor stepped through the newly illuminated passage beyond the silent warning. The builder world stretched farther beneath Kheros than he had ever imagined. Every answer uncovered another question. Every memory revealed another mystery. Yet one truth had become certain. The greatest threat the builders had ever faced had not been an army, nor an empire, nor a weapon. It had begun the moment civilizations stopped remembering one another. The Frontier archives would later record that the silent warning changed the Guardian forever. From that day forward, Zandor no longer sought to defeat an enemy. He sought to prevent the galaxy from becoming one. Scene 31, The Guardian's Oath. A promise becomes an oath only when the one who speaks it understands the cost. Frontier Archives, Guardian Codex. The passage beyond the silent warning did not descend deeper. It rose, gradually at first, then with unmistakable purpose. For the first time since entering the builder world, Zandor felt the mountain guiding him back toward the surface, not returning him, preparing him. The walls around him changed. The fractured crystal of the ruined chamber gave way to smooth stone. No symbols marked the passage. No memories awakened. No guiding lights appeared beneath his feet. The builders had already shown him enough. What remained could not be taught, only chosen.
So this is the end.
The Guardian symbol beneath his armor answered with one steady pulse. Not the end, a beginning. The passage widened into a vast circular chamber. Its ceiling disappeared into darkness. At the center stood a single raised platform surrounded by 12 immense crystal pillars. Each pillar remained unlit, dormant, waiting. No builder guide stood beside the platform. No elder appeared. No preserved guardian watched from memory. For the first time, the builders had left him completely alone with the responsibility they had placed before him. The platform bore no throne, no weapon, no armor. Only a shallow circular depression at its center, shaped to receive one hand.
The oath.
He stepped onto the platform. The chamber remained dark, silent, unchanged. The builders would not respond until he did. Zandor looked down at his gloved hand. The scars beneath it had not healed. The battle upon Kheros remained written across his body. The Ashari village remained occupied. The Dominion fleet remained in orbit. General Vorak remained an enemy. Nothing he had learned beneath the mountain had changed the danger waiting above. That was the point. An oath spoken in safety meant nothing. The builders had waited until the Guardian understood what the promise would cost.
Protect the living.
One of the 12 pillars awakened. Soft blue light rose through its center.
Preserve the truth.
A second pillar illuminated.
Leave the future free.
A third answered. The remaining 9 stayed dark. The chamber waited. The words of the builder elder had been the beginning of the promise, not the whole oath. The rest had to come from him. Zandor slowly removed his glove. He placed his bare hand into the circular depression. The stone was warm, not because it carried energy, because countless guardians had stood here before him. The chamber opened, not physically, emotionally. The memories of the Hall of Guardians returned. The giant protecting children, the scholar defending knowledge, the silent caretaker guiding families through disaster, the guardians who succeeded, the guardian who did not, the builder's confession, the silent warning. Every lesson gathered around him without words. The oath was not a formula. It was the answer to everything he had seen.
I will not use knowledge to rule those who do not possess it.
The fourth pillar awakened.
I will not mistake strength for wisdom.
The fifth illuminated.
I will not decide that another people's future belongs to me.
The sixth answered. The chamber's harmonic resonance deepened, not judging him, listening.
I will stand between fear and those it seeks to consume.
The seventh pillar glowed.
I will remember those history abandons.
The eighth awakened.
I will protect the question when others demand only answers.
The ninth illuminated. 3 pillars remained dark. Zandor's voice faltered, not from uncertainty, from understanding. The final words would bind him to choices he could not yet imagine. He thought of the Dominion fleet, of Vorak, of the Ashari, of Earth, of civilizations he had never seen, of the ancient darkness waiting beyond remembered stars.
I will not become what I fight.
The 10th pillar awakened.
I will accept failure without surrendering responsibility.
The 11th illuminated. Only one remained. The chamber fell completely silent. Even the guardian's symbol stopped pulsing. The final oath could not be inherited. It could not come from the builders. It had to belong only to him. Zandor closed his eyes. For a moment he was no guardian, no peacekeeper, no symbol, only one man standing before an impossible future.
And when my path ends,
He opened his eyes.
I will leave the next guardian free to choose better than I did.
The 12th pillar ignited. All at once the oath chamber filled with light, not blinding, complete. The 12 pillars released a single harmonic chord. It traveled through the chamber, through the mountain, across the crystal roads, into the hidden observatory, the Hall of Guardians, the archive, the wounded chambers of the silent warning. Every builder system beneath Kheros heard the oath and answered. The harmonic chord did not fade. It traveled far beyond the oath chamber, through every crystal corridor beneath Kheros, across forgotten guardian roads, into silent archives, through observatories that had watched civilizations for countless ages. The entire builder world answered with one voice, not speaking, remembering. The 12 pillars surrounding Zandor no longer shone as separate lights. Their radiance merged into a single circle surrounding the platform, not imprisoning him, acknowledging him. The guardian symbol beneath his armor glowed with quiet certainty. Its rhythm matched the mountain itself. For the first time, guardian and world shared the same heartbeat. The stone beneath his hand became transparent, not opening, revealing. Far below, beneath countless layers of crystal and ancient foundations, a single point of white light burned steadily. Small, almost insignificant, yet every builder system seemed connected to it.
What is that?
The guardian symbol answered immediately. Foundation, not a machine, not a reactor, not a weapon. The foundation. The realization settled slowly. Everything he had discovered beneath Kheros, every archive, every guardian hall, every observatory, every hidden road had been built around one simple purpose, protecting something far older than the builders themselves. The white light pulsed once, gentle, steady, alive. Another fragment surfaced. Do not awaken it. Zandor frowned.
You brought me here only to tell me not to continue.
The mountain remained silent. Then another understanding followed. Not yet. The words carried neither urgency nor fear, only patience. The same patience that had preserved Kheros across forgotten ages. The builders had never hidden knowledge because they wished to possess it. They had hidden it because wisdom required preparation. Slowly, the image beneath the platform disappeared. The stone returned to its ordinary appearance. The 12 pillars dimmed together, not extinguished, waiting. The oath had been accepted. The foundation remained protected. Nothing more would be revealed today. A new doorway opened quietly beyond the chamber. Unlike every builder entrance before it, no crystal mechanisms moved, no ancient symbols illuminated. The stone itself simply separated, as though the mountain already knew where its guardian wished to go. Fresh air drifted through the opening, cool, clean, carrying the scent of crystal forests after sunrise.
The surface.
For the first time since entering the hidden builder world, the journey turned upward. The guardian did not leave with greater weapons. He left with greater responsibility. Morning had fully arrived. The valley below shimmered beneath thousands of crystal reflections. Ashari families continued rebuilding. Dominion patrols continued watching. Neither side noticed the narrow mountain passage opening high above the western cliffs. Luma suddenly looked toward the hidden entrance. The singing crystal hovering before her became perfectly still, not glowing, not singing, listening.
He took the oath.
Elder Karem slowly turned.
How do you know?
Luma smiled gently.
Because the mountain stopped waiting.
Far beneath their feet, the oath chamber returned to silence. Its 12 pillars slept once more. The promise had been renewed. The Guardian had chosen, and somewhere beyond memory, the builders quietly entrusted the future to hands no longer their own. The chamber remained quiet. No celebration marked the completion of the oath. The builders had never believed promises became more meaningful because others witnessed them. The mountain had heard. That was enough. Zandor slowly withdrew his hand from the ancient stone. The circular depression beneath his palm returned to smooth crystal. No inscription remained. No mark recorded his presence. The builders had trusted the Guardian, not the monument. The 12 pillars surrounding the chamber dimmed together. One by one, their light withdrew into the crystal beneath the mountain, not disappearing, waiting for another Guardian, another generation, another choice.
I won't carry this alone.
The Guardian symbol pulsed once, not because others would share his burden, because others would one day continue it. He looked back across the chamber. The Hall of Guardians lay somewhere beyond, the hidden observatory beyond that. The chamber of the first promise farther still. Every lesson remained exactly where it belonged, waiting for those prepared to receive it. The builders had never hidden truth out of fear. They had protected it until wisdom could meet it. The newly opened passage carried fresh mountain air. The scent of crystal forests drifted through the chamber. For the first time in what felt like days, Zandor heard something familiar. Wind. The mountain was returning him to the living world. Not because his journey beneath Kheros had ended, because it had only just begun. The hidden passage emerged high above the crystal valley. Morning sunlight poured across the mountainside. The crystal formations surrounding the entrance scattered blue light across the cliffs. No sign marked the opening. Moments after Zandor stepped outside, the stone quietly sealed behind him. The mountain disappeared into ordinary rock once more. Anyone standing only meters away would never have known an entire builder civilization rested beneath their feet. The builders had mastered invisibility, not through camouflage, through patience. Zandor paused. Below him, the valley stretched toward the Ashari settlement. Smoke from newly lit cooking fires rose peacefully into the morning air. Children moved between the repaired shelters. Life continued. Far beyond the valley, Dominion patrol craft crossed the sky. The occupation had not ended. The danger had not passed. Nothing outside the mountain had become easier, only clearer.
I know what I have to protect.
The Guardian symbol remained calm, no longer guiding every step. The mountain had given him knowledge. The choices would now belong to him. General Vorak continued studying the growing harmonic field surrounding Kheros. The Dominion sensors showed no weapon, no fleet, no energy discharge, only a pattern spreading patiently across the planet.
General, the harmonic expansion has stabilized.
So, it has ended?
Vorak remained silent for several moments.
No, it has begun waiting.
The words puzzled every officer on the bridge. Yet none questioned them. Even the Dominion could sense that something older than their empire had quietly awakened beneath Kheros. Luma looked toward the western cliffs. She smiled before anyone else noticed the lone figure descending the mountain path.
He's coming home.
Kyle followed her gaze. At first he saw only sunlight reflecting from the crystal slopes. Then a single silhouette appeared against the morning sky. One Guardian, walking quietly back toward those who still needed him. The Frontier Archives would later record that the oath did not transform Zandor into something greater than human. It reminded him why humanity had always been worth protecting. And beneath the western mountains, the 12 pillars waited in silence, patient, unchanging. Until another Guardian one day chose to stand where Zandor had stood and speak the promise once more.
If you enjoyed this archive, leave a like. It helps more explorers discover our story. Subscribe and join us for the next chapter. Another archive is waiting.